What's good, y'all? Lonnie Taylor here, and today we are going to get into the art story behind our girl, Traci Braxton. Traci was so full of personality. She was funny, full of life, and she could sing. When she passed away, I immediately was inspired to do a piece of her, and that's really the short and long of the story. There's not much to it. Upon her passing, I knew I had to do a piece of her. This particular image, it's power, it's womanhood, it's Traci Braxton. She is embracing everything, and she's embracing everything that she is. And she is saying, I am every woman. I look at this piece and I feel empowered. So I knew this was the image that I needed to replicate. Some of the challenges with this piece were, of course, those hands. The way that her hands are positioned on her hips, they kind of go flat, then up, then over. It's very difficult, especially for someone who struggles with hands. They were quite a unique challenge. The bodice, I totally enjoyed and loved doing the bodice, but I did it blind. In the picture, everything is shadowed, so I really can't tell what's going on in this area. I had to find an additional reference photo where she had on the bodice, I think she had a short haircut in this picture, so it was a different day, but she had on the same bodice, and I could see some of the details, and I was able to include that into the piece. Another part of the piece that was completely challenging and difficult was her jawline, because her head is positioned up like that. How do you create that out of a piece of flat wood? So I was definitely challenged with trying to create that foreshortening of the neck and the head and the angling, and how to get the jaw to protrude forward while the rest of the head goes back and still keep the movement and roundness of the face. A lot of the help that I received in doing this piece was via a social media group for portrait painters. Oh, they ate me alive, y'all. But I appreciate it, because that tough love, or just toughness, I don't think they were loving on me, really helped me grow and evolve. I also picked up a temporary mentor who really helped me kind of embrace shadowing. As you can see on her arms, and compared to the original photo, her arms aren't as dark as they are on the photo, because I was just completely afraid to use just straight black. You can see in my later pieces, like my Tupac and my Mike Tyson, I'm not afraid to use black anymore. Slap that black on there. But when I was doing Traci, I was really afraid. Even though in the picture, her arms are in the shadows and it's completely black, I was afraid to do that. Favorite thing about this piece, even though it was a challenge, the bodice. The bodice is so detailed, and just all the movement that's going on in the piece is it's just beautiful and magnificent. My absolute favorite aspect of this piece is her hair. That stuff is swanging. Do you know what I'm saying? It goes dips and backs behind the neck and then comes and swoops on this side. Dude, I never did hair like this before, and I probably will never do hair like this again, because I don't do the same thing twice. It's really weird. Her head went through a multitude of variations and shapes as I reworked the jawline. I finally did embrace using the shadowing in the neck and chin area, and it works. Would I ever go back in and repaint this piece? No. At the place that I was, at the skill level that I was, all the working and rework that I did with this piece, for me to finally come to a place where I said, this is it. This is it. I don't ever go back. I don't ever redo anything, and she's perfect the way that she is. It's my desire for this piece to one day present it to a member of the Braxton family. I was inspired to do this piece, so I don't want to sell it. I want to give it to the family, because clearly it was made for a reason. You can see more of Traci and my other pieces on my website, Lonee Taylor Art. You could also purchase merch and read my blog, watch my videos. Just hang out and have a funky good time.